were able to turn into me where they were in their process. Of course, we're delayed a little bit because of that week that we were out, but I think most people seem to be on target. The most pivotal time, I think, is the 5th 6 weeks goal, because in the 5th 6 weeks, you know, you should be more than halfway through with your project. We should be seeing stuff on the website, like it should be rolling along. So when I get alarmed is in the 5th 6 weeks when you submit your evidence of where you are with your project. If it looks a little undone or sparse, I mean, I know that people have other things going on, but I will probably touch base with the people just to make sure that during the 6 weeks, they're making up for the 5th 6 weeks. I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to get most of it done, you know, over time, like make a little plan for yourself so that you don't end up with, you know, May is filled with research papers, projects, AP exams, you know, that could not be fun. So 5th 6 weeks is when I will start to worry about that. Let me go to the classwork section here because we do have some important things for today. Just a reminder that the last day to make up the 4 6 weeks stuff, which would be your 4 6 weeks scholarships or your 4th 6 weeks progress that I was just talking about, you can submit those through Wednesday so that I can upload and change your grade. If I sent a message about this last week, but if when I figured out your grade, if you hadn't finished those things, because those were the things that were due the week we were out, I extended them through this coming Wednesday. So if you hadn't done them yet, and it gave you a low grade on your average, I just went ahead and gave you an incomplete. So if you sign into your portal and you see an incomplete, it's just because I'm waiting on those assignments. And once they're in, I'll grade them and I'll report your new grade to clear up the incomplete. But there were some people who were needed to finish. So I just thought, you know what, I'll just give the incomplete until that happens. So you have until Wednesday to do that. This is an A week, as it says here in our instructions for week 24. 24 weeks of this. Plus, how many weeks did we have last spring? We're coming up on our year anniversary of this mess. But this is an A week, so that means that you will have formatives today, Wednesday, and Friday. Today, I think it's one that you're going to look back, since it's March 1st today, look back and see what your goal was for February and see how did you come out with that goal. Because on February 1st, I asked you what's your goal for February. So today I want you to look and see what how that came out. How close did you get to achieving your goal, etc. And I think Wednesday is something about different offbeat ways that you can earn money when you're in college. And then Friday is one of those Friday ones. Also a reminder here in updates, there is, if you're taking an AP class and plan on taking the exam in May, there is a parent-student meeting next Tuesday, so a week from tomorrow. They're going to be talking about how the test is going to work this year. All of the subject areas are reporting right now, because I teach the AP literature, that it's going to be a regular test, full length. Last year we had a shortened version of the test, but this year the report is that it's going to be a full length test. So there are some options, and they're going to go through those options, or we will be going through those options on Tuesday. So if you have an AP class, or if you have a sibling that has an AP class or a friend, you might want to just let them know that there is a parent meeting at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. I'm assuming that the link to that will be coming out. The Zoom will be coming a little bit later on, so I'll pass that along when I get it, but that is on the schedule. Anything else for updates? Anything going on with the senior class that anybody wants to update us on? There's a sunrise thing happening, right? When is that?
Yes, this week, on Friday.
On Friday?
Yeah,
on
in the
Friday.
morning.
You want to talk about it?
Sure. You're gonna get there, and we're gonna pass out breakfasts or something small so they can eat with it. And you're gonna park in the student parking lot, and they'll direct you there. And when, sorry, we're also gonna be giving out prizes for like anything that's like senior related or anything that has to do with like your dorm room. And yeah,
Like
it's
if
gonna
people
be
decorate their
nice.
cars or something?
No, that's gonna be for another thing that we're doing because it's
Oh,
gonna get
okay.
like foggy in the morning, so we don't
Mm,
want anything to like happen.
okay. All right. So people are just gonna sit, watch the sunrise. What time is that? Is it 6 a.m.? I think it's 6 a.m. There was a tweet about it. I think I retweeted it maybe last week. Probably all already know about it, but
Yeah, it's
there
at
might be
6
a couple
a.m.
people. Yeah, here it is. Um, yeah, it's here on my profile page. There it is. You go, just a chill morning, right? Just sort of like a hangout.
Yeah, we just need to
Okay,
follow
that's
the
cool.
guidelines.
Okay. There's some guidelines at the bottom. Anyway, you can go to that tweet. Probably already follow that Twitter, and I'm just repeating myself, but it's a cool thing and it's worth repeating, I think. There are some other things that I wanted to tell you about. Another one is we're going to get to the community scholarships in a minute because the counselors have prepared a video. Those open tomorrow. So I think it's tomorrow, either today or tomorrow. So we'll go through and they walk you through the whole process of doing the community applications. I've been talking about that for a while. So that video will be there. Well, I'm going to play it in this session. Hold on, there's a chat. And I'm also going to leave it to there. So in case you need to go back to it, you can do it. So we'll watch that video in a second, but I want to tell you about another opportunity. It's not a scholarship, but it's an opportunity. One of my former students, Juanita Maldonado, got in touch with me. And well, I've been in touch with her because she's on my Instagram and stuff. And one of the really cool things about teaching high school, I think, is that you kind of work with these young adults and you guys this year are that group and years pass and you go through college and then you graduate and you go out and do your thing. And some people still stay in touch or they're on my Instagram or they're on my Snapchat or my TikTok or my Facebook or any one of those ones. And you just see how people make decisions for their lives that are just so, amazing. And I've got students all over the world that do amazing things. And one of them is Juanita Maldonado. Here's her picture. I will show you. She is, I think she graduated in the class of 2015. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, she is a pageant winner. She has won many international crowns. And she also started, I don't even think that's the most interesting thing about her, to be honest with you. Um, she started an organization called Empowering Mindsets. And I'm going to put this opportunity up here on the screen, but you can click on it from your Google Classroom. She has a really cool Instagram called Empowering Mindsets. That's sort of her nonprofit. And it's a positive mentoring program that she runs. And they decided to do a contest for this month. And it's regarding prom. So they know that prom is probably not going to happen the way that it would normally happen because of COVID. And so her organization decided to make a contest for girls who want to do the prom experience. So what it is it's an application process. And there's like an essay, you have to be a high school senior, you have to live in the RGV, and you have to be able to do the experience. So what they're going to do is give you like a full glam treatment. You're going to get a gown to keep, a photo shoot, hair and makeup, and all of that sort of thing. So it says here, submissions go to email. Right here is the email. And then here it starts today and it goes through March 31st. It would be super awesome if you're interested, I'm not going to pressure you to do it, but it'd be really cool if we had some applicants from East, because she's an East girl, and I don't know if there might be some preferences, but I think it would be a cool experience. So if you are sick of wearing, you know, your sweatpants and, you know, fuzzy slippers from this lockdown, and you would like to try for this prom experience, I think it would be awesome if you did the application. So I'm trying to think, where is the, like, there has to be a website or something. Does it say what the topic of the essay is? It doesn't send you to a website.
It says right there that just to tell why you should be a recipient of
Oh,
it.
where is that? In the top part?
On the how can I apply?
Oh yeah. You must submit an essay telling us why you should be a recipient. Oh yeah. So then you're gonna email that. Like, what's the reason that makes you stand out from all the other people that might want to have this experience? So I think that's a cool experience that you might want to try for. If you want to, here's a little video. I asked her to send me. She graduated from UTRGV, and now she's a reporter. She's a journalist. So you can click here and play a video if you want of her doing a report. She works for the school district and also some other news outlets. So that's pretty cool. And so I wanted to encourage you to do that. I think I put it also over on the scholarship tools, or maybe I just put the community scholarships. So that one, it needs to be done by the end of the month. And then I'm guessing sometime in April is when they will announce the winners of that. There are 3 winners. And then I guess the experience will be in April or May. But if you have any questions, I can message her, and, you know, and she'll answer me. She answered me this morning so that I could get this video on here for you in case you wanted to watch her in action. I think she's a great role model. I think that she's trying to give back to the community, and she's young, you know, she's still in her 20s, and she's just trying so hard to be a great role model for young girls in the Valley and all people, really. So I just wanted to highlight her a little bit today, and I'm super proud. I'm super proud that she was my student. Okay, let's move on to community scholarships. Here is the video. I'm gonna play it. I have to take off my AirPods to make it work, but I'm gonna play this video for you, and then you can refer back to it when, if you need to. But I know that many of you have been waiting for this to be open and ready. It's due on March 26th, so mark down that due date. You'll be able to apply to many scholarships with this one application. So these are all of the community scholarships. And I'm gonna let the counselors explain it, and if there's questions on the other end, then I will answer what I know, and what I don't know, I will jot down and find out for you. So let me change over the sound. I have to use the computer sound for it.
This presentation is to inform you about the community scholarship opportunities that Wesco ISD offers. Community scholarships include business or community organization scholarships, church-based scholarships, in memoriam scholarships, campus-based scholarships. The application does not include the West Coast Scholarship Foundation scholarship, because that's a separate organization that grants scholarships to WISD graduates in a certain percentage of the graduating class. So that one does not require an application. So the way this works is students will fill out an application, one application, and it'll be good for all the community scholarships and school-based scholarships. Students who submit an application will be considered for campus-based scholarships only for schools that they previously attended. So if a student submits an application and that student attended Margot Elementary and Cuellar Middle School, he or she will be considered for review for those 2 campuses, and the campus committees will determine the recipients. All campus-based scholarships will use a district-adopted scoring rubric, which considers points for GPA, rank, ACT, SAT scores, extracurricular participation, honors and awards, etc. Students need to only include awards earned in grades 9 through 12, and they will include information about these awards, medals, and other recognitions that they have received in this short essay. The standard application is an online application that students will fill out for school-based scholarships and all local scholarships. So it's one application that covers everything. The application for school-based scholarships will be anonymous. Students will need to log into the student portal and access the scholarship application. It will be available to all WISD 2021 seniors on March 2nd and will close on March 26th at 12 o'clock noon. It's important to note the deadline, March 26th, for all community scholarships because no deadline extensions will be provided. To start the application, log into your student portal Home Access Center to begin, and under school links, click on Community Scholarship Application. The first section asks for demographic information like your last name, your first name, your address, information on your parents, your graduation plan, which should be foundation with endorsement and DLA right now, your last GPA, your last known rank, and your ACT and SAT scores when you plan to enroll in college and your major. The parent section also asks for your parents' highest level of education. It's important you fill this out using your parents' highest level because it will qualify you for certain scholarships. Next, it asks for the colleges and universities that you are applying to in order of preference, your school activities and awards, or if you have no activities or awards, you would click this box. Then your community service and activities, where you would list it, and again, if you don't have any, you would just click here. You can't leave it blank. Then the next section will ask you to click a drop-down arrow where you will see a list of teachers from Weslaco East that you can request a letter of recommendation from. You click that, you select one teacher, the teacher will receive an email letting them know that you asked them to fill out a recommendation for them. Then you can answer this essay question: what unique opportunities or challenges have you experienced throughout your high school career that have shaped who you are today? Next is the list of scholarships. Here you can click to give you a list of the available scholarships and the criteria to qualify for those scholarships. And then here you will see that list and you click all the ones that you want to apply for. So you can apply for multiple scholarships just with this one application. The teacher recommendation due date is April the 2nd. As you're working, you can save your application as many times as you want and go back to a later date, but once you hit submit, you will not be able to go back and make changes. Students will receive an email every time they save. So if you hit this blue save button, you will receive an email that says, "Thank you, your scholarship application has been saved. Please make sure you log back in to submit your completed application before the deadline of Friday, March 26th. Once you have submitted, hit this red button, you will get a different email. Thank you, your scholarship application has been submitted. Please follow up with your teacher to ensure that he or she fills out your letter of recommendation." If you have questions or comments, please email Ms. Bolich at cbolich@wisd.us. And now, please click on this link to complete the exit ticket.
Okay, you don't need to do the exit ticket necessarily. If you want to, I don't know what it is. I didn't click on that, but you can go to, oh, I think it's in the PowerPoint and I don't think you can do it on the video. How can I fix that? I don't think I can. She didn't send the PowerPoint itself. She just sent the video. So don't worry about the exit ticket. Are there any questions about the community scholarships, or sometimes we call them the local scholarships, from that presentation? I know that she went through it fairly quickly, and I know that you can't log in to kind of like follow along with the steps. So the video is here on this week's instructions. And I also put it on scholarship tools right here with the WISD local scholarship application right here. So the access point is on your portal. A number of people over the last couple of days have indicated to me that they're having trouble getting onto the portal. So if that's you, it's probably just a password reset that we need to do. That's been working for everybody so far. I can reset your password. Any teacher can reset your password in the portal, and it will affect your overall Google password. So if you find that you cannot log into the portal, either to check your grades or to do this application, then just let me know, and I can give you a temporary password, which will get you in, and then it will ask you to reset your password to your own liking. Also, if you're working on the essay, I feel like that essay is pretty close to topic A, right? From the Apply Texas. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, like the hardships.
Yeah, I feel like it's something about unique opportunities that in your high school career that have shaped who you are as a person today. So I feel like you might be able to pull together some ideas from previous essays if you don't have one that exactly responds to that. But it's just one essay for all the applications. It's the same essay. So once you upload it, it just accompanies your application. I will tell you, do pay attention to directions. For many years, I was on the East Campus Scholarship Committee. And I will tell you that, I'll tell you some secrets. You wanna know some secrets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course you do. Yes, of course we do. Okay, you're in there, right? Okay, so secret number one is fill out the entire application. There is a process that makes it so that the selection committee does not even see incomplete applications. So I don't even think you can do an incomplete application online. You have to submit. But if you're doing any other scholarships locally or otherwise, everything gets screened. So it's not like they just take stacks of whatever came in and throw it on the desks of the people making the decision. Somebody already went through everything, made sure that everything was, that was supposed to accompany that is there, that it's completely filled out, that, all the pieces and parts are there, and then that is what's presented to the scholarship committee. Same thing with qualifying situations. So if it's a scholarship that's based on merit and you had to have a certain GPA, they're going to look at that before the decision makers even get it. So, if you need, a 3.5 GPA and you have a 3.1 and you spend all that time working on the scholarship application, they're never going to see it, because there are secretaries and other people who will eliminate your application before it even goes into the people making the decision. They don't want to waste their time. I know it sounds harsh, but they don't want to waste their time looking at applications that can't win the scholarship because they don't meet the qualifications. So there's a whole step before the people on the committee even get it. And then they only get the ones that have been completed and are viable for the actual scholarship. The other thing is we look at the way that the application was filled out. Did you have the opportunity to do any short answers? If so, were they given care, or is it kind of sloppy? Sometimes it comes down to two people that, as a committee, usually have 4 or 5, staff members. And it's kind of like these, maybe these people want this applicant and these people want this applicant, and they're kind of equal in terms of whatever the qualifications are for that scholarship. You have to find something that's going to make the difference to choose one, because usually they don't split it. So usually then you start looking at details like the grammar that's in the essay, or the strength of the extracurriculars, or, that kind of thing. So usually you come to a decision based on those elements. So make sure that you're well represented in your application, I guess is what I'm saying. What else? Any secrets? I don't know. Of course, I'll help you with your essay if you want. If you work on it and you want to run it by me for some feedback, feel free to send it to me on email, share it on the Google or the Googles. My mom likes to call it the Googles. She's 80, so I let her call it the Googles. Did I tell you I'm going to Michigan over spring break?
How long
Really?
has it been?
Yeah, I haven't seen them since Christmas 2019. So
Oh
over
my
a year.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, well, my parents got the vaccination. They got both parts of it. So I feel a lot better about staying with them. Mr. Ramos isn't going. He's going to stay home. So it's kind of like good that just one of us is traveling. So I feel better about it. I haven't had the vaccination yet, but they say, you know, just do 2 masks. And I think you have to have a negative COVID test to get on the airplane. But yeah, so I'm going to spend that week there. And I'm also going to spend the week after spring break there. And I asked if it was possible for me to just teach from there. And they said no, that I would have to take sick days. So I'm still going to be teaching the week after spring break, but I don't know if I will be on live classes. There are a couple of live classes that I need to do for the dual, but I don't know. You guys might be okay for a week of just, you know, make sure you touch base with your classmates kind of thing while I'm up there with my family. My sister is having a hard time right now, and her kids are, my niece and my nephew are, let's see, my nephew's almost 16 and my niece is going to be 13, and they're having some family troubles. And so I want to be there long enough to be supportive and, you know, kind of help out. And, you know, those kids could use a big hug from anybody who comes by. So anyway, without going into too much detail, there's the possibility that you might get the week after spring break just a notification, hey, work on your scholarships, work on your projects, touch base with each other. That might be it that week, you know, informatives, and that's it. So I might not meet with you directly. So next week for sure, we will do groups. And I'm going to open some group meeting rooms today if you need to meet with your groups, but not too many people are here today. So I'm assuming that you're in touch with your groups and stuff like that. Yes. What do y'all think? I'm going to tell you, I feel so much better this week that I booked my plane flight. And it's not about a trip, it's about something to look forward to. I think that's the key. So, you know, guys, keep graduation in mind. Keep those events that you're having for seniors in mind. And I know it's drudgery to do all the scholarship applications and all of that, but just like focus less on the task and more on what it means in the future and how you can look forward to spending that money at college or buying that laptop that you want. And I think it helps a lot with our spirits when we have something to look forward to. I don't think I had a lot to look forward to, you know, like something different for a while, and it was kind of making me a little depressed. So now that I have this plan to go and visit my parents and my family, I feel a little lighter. I feel a little happier. So maybe that's good advice for everybody. Try to set something up for something to look forward to. Of course, you guys all have graduation to look forward to, so that's good. It's not that long. We should do a countdown. Should we do a countdown every time when we sign in? Should we count down like actual days or school days, or what should we count down?
I think actual days.
Actual days.
Yeah, I'm with Kaylee.
Okay. I'll make a countdown because I know there's some websites that you put in the date and it will do like a countdown for you, like to your wedding or to whatever. So I'll make one. I'm just marking it down. I don't know. You don't want to start countdowns too far out. I'm also getting ready to paint over the wall so that we have a fresh start. I just feel bad about it. I'm gonna cry when I have to take those Post-its down because they never got their chance. But I can't do anything about that now, and they're all off at college, so it's probably time to just make that thing green again and prepare it for the class of 2021, right? So hopefully those of you who want to have a block on the wall have been working on it at home. I think that's going to be the best way. I sent the dimensions out a couple weeks ago. I put them in the instructions. It was like 8.5 by 5. Anybody remember off the top of their head? Anyway, you can be working on a block if you would like. And we'll find a fun thing to do maybe at the beginning of May to come and put them up. Maybe when you're on campus for something else, you can do that. We'll figure it out. All right, so we're missing a whole bunch of people today, so I think that we'll just go ahead and conclude for today. Next week, we will have the opportunity to meet with our groups, but I do have assignments. Make sure that you do your formatives for this week, 3 this week. Make sure that you're working on your 5th, 6th week scholarships. You could probably knock them all out with the community scholarships thing, depending on how many you qualify for. Don't forget to take screenshots. And then continue working on your website project. Go back to that chart that your group made with the 4th, 5th, and 6th weeks and look under the 5th, 6 weeks, because the way I'm grading those at the end of the 6 weeks is I'm comparing whatever you turn in as evidence of your work with what you said you were going to accomplish on that chart. So just refresh your memory about what you said on the 5th, 6 weeks chart so that you can be working toward that goal in the coming weeks. I don't think that's due until April. This 6 weeks is kind of seems long to me. Yeah, let's see, 5th, 6 weeks, April 14th. So that's, well, we have spring break in there, but that's 5 weeks. So you can be working toward those goals. All right, any questions before I sign off for today? Anybody have questions?
Can I stay on with you so you can review something I have?
Of course.
Really quick.
Of course. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the class period. You're dismissed, and I will see you again on Monday. Good luck with the scholarship application. If you have questions, just send them to Ms. Bolich. Her email is there on the video, and if she doesn't answer you, then send them to me, and I'll make sure that I see her every day, so I can go to her office and ask her, okay? All right, bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
Y'all have a good day.